Today's AskReddit post, what's invisible but you wish people could see? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. Coronavirus. That would be crazy if it looked like glitter flying around. Florida would somehow look even trashier. Believe it or not. Covered particles floating around in between the coke and meth dust. 1/3. I like those odds. Stupidity or intelligence. How do you imagine it manifesting visually? DBZ Kiora, JoJo stand, other, a little sign pops out of their head saying stupid. You get a health bar but it measures your intelligence and fluctuates with your mood. Interesting. But what happens when the bar reaches 0? In some cases, including mine, chronic illness, I'm done with people assuming I'm faking it or using it as an excuse, or being treated like you're dramatic or like a guinea pig to see if you'll tap out. Radiation. Technically, you can see radiation, like electromagnetic radiation. I guess if you want to get deep about it, the only thing you can see is radiation and random artifacts. Stop that. Live. My first thought, red heart suit. That's lame, I'd say carbon monoxide. Fucking brutal. Excellent work. Mental illness. If people could see it, there'd probably be more stigma behind it. At least you can try to hide it if you choose to do so. My anxiety. Boy, how could we sleep at night when anxiety would be a light source. Wi-Fi waves. Imagine being able to see where the dead zones are for your router in your house, or for your phone signal. Stop. I can only get so erect. I am not a believer in auras or things like that, but it would be neat to be able to see the true color of someone's intentions or personality. Walking down the street at night and see someone with a bright shiny personality? No need to worry. Car salesman telling you that's the best he can do. But he has an evil looking shadow hanging around? Nah, I'll pass. We kinda need lying though. It keeps us sane and greases social wheels. If it's based on intention, then people will put even more stock in psychopaths who believe their evil is well intended. If it's based on personality, then nobody will give the depressed time of day. Yeah, if it shows intention, then Hitler would have had a good aura although he was evil as duck. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Pain. People who suffer chronic pain might get better treatment if doctors could see it and believe them. Same with employers and friends and family. My eyes are up here. Stop looking at my ovaries. Right. I'm pregnant and due in about 2 weeks. My literal everything hurts. But my entire back and lady parts would be lit up like a freaking Christmas tree if pain was visible. That would be an entirely new aspect of the pregnant glow. Their aura of stench. Edit. Aura. That's aura there. Bud. That's aura light. Though. No harm done. Pedantic spell checking is okay if you make a pun out of it. All these big words making me bring out the dictionary. You know when you lose that one thing. Like the TV remote, or in my case the starboard fuselage from the LEGO 7647 MX-41 Switch fighter from the LEGO Mars mission second wave. Yeah, I wish you could find it with X-ray vision or something. When I was a young teen, the superpower I wanted most was the ability to highlight objects I thought about. For instance, say you wanted to see all the $20 bills on the ground in your city. The world around you would turn black and white, but the bills would glow a bright yellow and shine through walls. The main reason I wanted it though was to highlight all the women in my city that would have sex with me. City turns to black and white. Cancer. I mean, it's technically invisible, but not usually visible to us without going to the hospital. Imagine if you could spot it easier early on. Would give a lot of people a better chance at fighting it. My penis. He's too horny. Who said anything about he? He. How much CO2 things emit? If it bothered people more visually, emissions would be a lot lower right now. If CO2 was purple, we'd all be scared shitless. Dan Nacera. The screams plants scream when you cut them. Fuck. Now what? Vegans. Fuck what now? Teenagers. What now? Oh duck. Cavemen. Ooh. Monk. My dad. I feel you. The fact that people don't care. I do. And here we see that someone cares. You have gotten your wish up. It depends on what you mean by people don't care. Seeing that people don't care about you would be bad. Seeing that people don't care that your kneecap looks square. Yes, I've heard this. Would probably help people not worry about unimportant things themselves. People are so quick to point the finger but refuse to see the role that they play in their and everyone else's life. The world would be a better place if more people admitted fault. The color of the wind. Then you could paint with it. Imagine all the colors. Farts, not just smoke. It should be colored. Depression. Imagine how many lives could be saved if people knew it was there. This post is making me think I should make myself a depressed sign to wear. Who is single and who is not? I'm curious how this would look. It would be interesting if it was sort of shades. Like rather a red color means taken. Green color means available and that's all. If you could sort of see oh wow bright cherry red totally in love and married. Where otherwise you might be like wow Jen you're looking a little yellow green today, are you thinking of breaking up with Steven? LOL. Imagine the game shows where people try to keep the reddest face. Guitar notes piercing through the air. Imagine you're at Woodstock and you just see some very flowy, colorful waves in the air to match each note of the guitar. Wait, I think LSD does that. I too wish life were more like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Parallel universe. Deep inside. Emotional abuse. Yup, though I still expect said emotional abusers to play the victim and make excuses. Some people will accuse others of lying if they have not been through physical abuse. Apparently, emotional abuse isn't a thing. Another common thing is that some will acknowledge the abuse but then excuse the abuser's behavior due to past trauma, illness, mental health, culture, etc. People have hardships of different levels but that doesn't give them the right to mentally harm others. All the invisible dangerous things like carbon monoxide and undertows. The box that mimes pretend to be trapped in. You'd go to a city square in Europe and interspersed between all the other street performers and artists there would be these stationary, monolithic boxes. Each would be the tomb of a mime. The battles we're all fighting. Maybe people would be kinder to one another. Their own bad breath. I wish though. People's actual motives. Depression. OCD, anxiety, etc. I'd be a neon sign if that was the case, which would make all of that worse, because attention is the one thing I don't want. STDs and AIDS. Ah yes, visible death. The ultraviolet colors of birds and flowers. Chronic pain, invisible illness, like heat vision, but focused on the pain areas, and colored differently for intensity or something of the sort. Coming from a healthy looking 25-year-old female with a chronic condition, it can be frustrating having to explain the ins and outs of my condition to people who just don't understand how I feel and why I am the way I am. Me. All pain, physical, emotional, psychological, chronic, acute, and realms in between. I have a feeling that all of a sudden if it were color coded we would have more rainbow skinned lives surrounding us and those without it would be the minority. How much someone can actually be hurting. How much you love someone. Colors outside of the visible spectrum. The last pillager in a raid. How someone's day has gone so far. It would make it easier to know if someone is just being a Karen, or if there's another reason why they are being cranky. Child grooming. It happens on a societal level and out in public, but nobody seems to call it out. It just gets absorbed into the public rhetoric, and society becomes an echo chamber filled with dog whistles that only the groomer and the groomed seem to hear. Live. Not really invisible, but all the colors that are not visible to the human eye. Germs. Lies. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.